Ian Hislop. Ian, you're at the Radio Times covers party with all the Strictly stars. You've been asked repeatedly to go on that show. Is there anything that would persuade you?
No, there's a family veto. And my children quite rightly have said, you are not doing that. So I'm afraid it stands.
Are you telling us that you'd be the joke contestant?
No, I just think I'd be a non-contestant. And I don't fancy it.
Well, I think your family have made a terrible decision there. But
I want to do the jump.
You heard it here first. We're here having champagne in the middle of Brexit. Has the Brexit scenario made your job any more difficult? Because I'm just thinking, how can anything be satirised now real life is so absurd?
Well, certainly the politicians are giving us a hand. But literally we have had the first round of Have I Got News For You has been Brexit every single episode of every series for about 3 years. So, yeah, it's quite hard work. And I think the public is probably getting quite bored now. So we have to work harder to make it funny. But then we have got Jacob Rees-Mogg, we have got Boris, and we have got Theresa, who, I mean, even as we speak, is urging her own MPs to vote against her deal on the grounds that this backstop that she came up with is a bad idea. Quite difficult to trump that.
You mentioned Rees-Mogg, and I'm thinking he makes me think of another person who's been on the show, Boris. Do people say to you, you've made these people quite popular and cuddly, and you bastards are responsible for Brexit? What do you say to those people?
I say I blame the public. The largest electorate in Europe, London, voted for Boris twice. What is wrong with those people? It is entirely their fault, and I hope they feel very, very embarrassed.
That's a really good answer. You've made more than... Are we on series 55 or 56?
It could be 155,
oh, yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know.
It's definitely more than 50. What is the secret of this show's success?
I think the secret of the show's success is that the news keeps on delivering. I mean, literally, the first time we got a Radio Times cover, Mrs. Thatcher was Prime Minister. And, you know, you had a female Tory leader whose party was being torn apart by Europe. What do? I mean, the news keeps changing.
But you and Paul's double act. What's? I know you're a modest man, but I mean, why has that worked so well?
I think it's sort of mutual loathing.
That's not true. And you never win, do you?
No, but that's because I think it would be embarrassing if I won. I think it's much better that Paul wins. It keeps him happy.
How long do you think you'll go? Yeah, let's not go too far. How long do you think the show might last for? I mean, do you think you and Paul might be presenting it in bath chairs? I mean, have you set yourself a cut-off date, or do you think you could just go on for another 2 decades?
I say we'll go on until Brexit is sorted.
So that's indefinitely then, that's brilliant. We've loved your shows about scouting the railways and so on. Have you got any other documentary shows coming up?
Yes, I'm planning to do a documentary coming up about fake news. A sort of history of how this isn't the first time that someone's tried to use false information for their own good, which I think will be quite fun.
And relevant, that sounds brilliant. What else are you loving on telly at the moment? Have you Les Miserables, or as we call it, the news, boom boom?
Very good, I will steal that. I haven't been watching that. I've just been watching, I've done a huge amount of catch-up. I finally got around to the House of Assad, which I think is the most single brilliant thing there is. I mean, I think the BAFTA votes are coming up, so I've got to make sure I vote for the right things. That was amazing. There's some brilliant documentary stuff out there.